Sharon and I came to Ann Hathaway's cottage to record an episode for the Travelling Brush Dippers, and this is the story of my painting that I did on the day. So we arrived, we wandered around, we found our space to sit, and we set ourselves up. Look at this beautiful cottage. And it is bigger than you think, isn't it?
That is lovely, isn't it? I expected it to be half that size.
Yeah. Now I haven't even started, and I'm just looking at these fantastic patterns that have come, the shadows that have come up on my paper, and I'd quite like to draw those out and then do an acrylic pour on it.
Sorry.
Oh, that's a different song.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Birdies tweeting.
Beautiful. I've fattened up their chimney already. Now those who know me know I don't often do much drawing, but this demands it. It's higgledy-piggledy, it's all over the place, but it demands a certain amount of information. Got some trees down there, I've got another tree up there. I'm just putting my cottage in. Yeah, it's above halfway, so that's all right.
To do this without the drawing, would you?
I'd really struggle. If I did it in acrylic, I would probably do it without the drawing, but yeah, it wouldn't be an easy one to do. I'm taking a little bit of time to try and get these beams into the building.
Yeah, I think you need to.
Because
yes,
they're really not easy.
I'm trying very hard to get my chimneys straight. I'm an absolute moo for messing up the chimneys, I'm not kidding you. If I've got a line that could be ever so slightly wonky, I'll manage it.
Yep.
And I'll end up with everything leaning.
Mr. Blackbird, I hope you're not cross with us.
Are you talking about artistic licence? Oh, you have put the railings in from the front door.
I have, but not just sort of suggested at them, really.
Makes sense, I suppose, doesn't it?
But the door in one part of the building is 4 foot higher than the door in the other part of the building.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that this cottage was built and added to.
Yeah, must be.
Yeah. So as you say, we'll find out more when we go in and have a look around.
Have a little chat with them.
Do it properly.
Now, a couple of days ago, I went and watched the beautiful Sharon do a demonstration, and it was amazing. And she made a comment that you can do all your drawing and you could be 5 minutes into your painting when you realise your paper might be a bit dud, that it might have, the size might have aged too much, And I've got a feeling it might be that. Look how granulated. I know it granulates a bit, but it's
Oh,
gone.
Yeah, it looks a bit fluffy, doesn't
It's
it?
gone a bit weird. But it might make it look a bit old. I'm not doing all that drawing again.
No, leave it be.
The colour I'm going to use for the frontage of the building, I've got a quinacridone gold, but I'm taking it down to almost nothing,
Okay.
and a little bit of muck off the palette.
Yeah, we like muck off the palette.
We do like muck off the palette. What do you reckon? Should I just try?
Go for it.
Because I can paint over all of the beams, because the beams are a lot darker than the frontage.
By Jove, I think I might have
A heart attack? Nervous
I might
breakdown?
have done it.
Well done. I don't think I've done it. I've just stopped looking too closely, and I'm hoping nobody else will as well. This is very strange paper.
Is it?
Yeah. I think it's just been in the cupboard too long. It's drying better than it was when it first went on.
Shame, innit? Don't do it, people. Don't keep that special piece of paper
No, just use it.
for a special day. It doesn't work. End up with all sorts of issues.
It's drying out all right, but you know, it just didn't feel right going on that sky.
Yeah.
Hey ho, we will survive. We will fight
We will
another.
survive as long as I know how to live.
Oh no, I'll stay alive. Right.
See, multi-talented here. Some would argue the point.
Some of us are multi-talented. Some of us can sing. Some of us mouth in the choir.
Whoa, right, I think. What?
I just started painting my chimney without putting my glasses on.
Oh, I don't.
I nearly painted next to the chimney. I wasn't by the line at all.
Right, let's go away. So, the next part of this extravaganza. And I'm using my Pink Pig sketchbook here. What about you? What are you
I'm on my
working on?
Bockingford paper, I
Yeah.
think, but I did just pull this piece of paper out of the cupboard, and I don't know how old it is. But I'm fairly certain it's a bit of Bockingford. But I do love the Pink Pig
So
sketchbooks.
do I. I really do. I love the way they take the paint, and it's the best of everything as far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned, really.
Really good quality paper.
Mm. And I'm using my Pink Pig sketchbook here. What about you? What are you
I'm on my
working on?
Bockingford paper, I
Yeah.
think, But I did just pull this piece of paper out of the cupboard, and I don't know how old it is. But I'm fairly certain it's a bit of Bockingford. But I do love the Pink Pig sketchbooks.
So do I. I really do. I love the way they take the paint, and it's the best of everything as far as I'm concerned, really.
Really good quality paper.
Consistent.
Yeah, reliable. Get us, we should be right in there marketing for them.
Yeah. And that is genuine, actually, chaps and folks and folkesses, because you know, there is no sponsorship or anything there. It's just that we really like the product. So for us, it works, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, when you find something that ain't broke, we don't try and fix it.
Fix it. What I want to do with this actually is kind of fade out into my background a bit, because I want to give the impression that there are trees down here. So I'm coming into some green.
Aren't we lucky to meet some nice people?
Yes, I think that's the joy of being able to come out like this, isn't it? And to come across such lovely, friendly people.
Who are interested and interesting.
Yes. Yes. You're right about the colours changing, aren't you?
Just a little bit.
Oh my word. Where's the sun gone?
I don't know. It's actually much easier to work without that bright sunlight in your face, but all the shadows have gone.
Goodness sake. Dear.
Sounds like somebody's doing the hoovering. To me, I'm starting to put some of those beams in, and that is a proper mix of ultramarine and umber.
Yes,
That sort of dull colour. I don't mind how this paper is drying, but it's definitely behaving.
It's not what you expect.
Yeah, it's different to what I'm used to with it, particularly when it's wet.
So do you think it is a dud piece or what?
I suspect it's just an old piece I've had knocking around for far too long. I can't blame the manufacturers. I think it's probably just me hanging on to it for way too long.
Well, we all do it, don't we?
Yeah.
I found a whole bag of arsh in my drawer last week, so I think I need to make a bit of an effort.
Yeah. Definitely use it up before you...
Big A1 sheets. So
oh, how beautiful.
My eyes out. There was something terribly wrong with those.
Yes. Big A1 pricey sheets of...
And I mean, if something does go happen like that, then you've got to start thinking, haven't you, along the lines of acrylic or something.
Yeah.
Realistically. Don't have a lot of choice.
Yeah, and then I'm going to draw the lead lights over the top.
Okay.
I knew I had those pens in the bottom of my bags, so I stopped panicking.
I like the red curtain in the window, so I'm going to hang on to that idea.
Yep.
Can't see curtains anywhere else.
I couldn't. I could only see them in one
Yeah.
spot.
Quite busy here now.
It is, isn't it? There's loads of people. Coach parties turning up.
Mm.
Hi there. I don't know what the word for it is, but on the top of thatch there's this little
Yes,
bit,
the crisscross.
the crisscrossy bit,
It's
but
the
that's
stitching, isn't it?
yeah, but it's looking a
stitching.
bit tired.
Yes.
Looks like
Worn out.
yes. I know how it feels.
I think I'm going to go into my thatch with a bit of dry brush. I want to give the impression of some texture.
Yes, I'm using a bit of gold on my. I'm going to put some gold on my.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm revolting like that.
Usually me that goes for the bling.
So look, I've got a couple of different colours that I've dry brushed over the top.
Yeah.
And it just adds, yeah, and it makes it a bit more interesting because that's a big roof with that's a bit boring.
Big roof, yeah.
Right, I need to come in with some foliage.
What?
Foliage.
Foliage. Goodness.
Have you never put some foliage in your painting?
Foliage.
There's a big tree in the middle.
Oh dear. My daddy used to have some lovely words and phrases. We always used to use plasticated bags when we went shopping.
My granddad used to make up words. We had a family word that nuggy was one of our family
What's
words.
that?
I've never heard anybody else use it, but my granddad swore it was a real word. Snuggly and warm.
Oh, quite like
Like, you know, when you kind of snuggle up on the sofa,
Yes.
have a duvet day,
Yeah.
you're sitting there and you're all nuggy.
Yeah, I like it. I only ever had those when I was sick.
Yes. And we've had a few of those recently between us, haven't we?
Yes.
We've had COVID and we've had broken limbs,
Yeah, you broke
broke
your
my foot,
didn't you?
broken bones. We've
For God's sake.
Your husband's had new hips.
Yeah,
Or hip.
yeah. I've done COVID.
Yeah.
Currently seem to be struggling with the aftermath of it too, which I could do without, I have to
And
confess.
I absolutely empathise with you.
Joints hurt. You had all that, didn't you,
Yeah.
last year?
It is not a pleasant place to be.
Joints really hurt. Yeah, 160.
Darling, surely only 159.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the person that turns around and says, you look it too, I'll kill them.
Yeah, but then you'll know you're feeling better when you're able to
Yes,
mutilate.
when I can plonk 'em.
Yes. I don't really think we need to explain to the visitors what your husband said this morning, but there was some reason we were going to remove parts of his body, weren't there?
He came up with a smart comment. Yeah.
Yes, some smart aleck remark.
He's very lucky that it was by messenger actually rather than in person. Oh dear.
I'm bunging in a bush.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a bit of
Bushery.
bushage in.
Got wildlife growing on me.
Oh, I've had a bit of mixed media too. Yes, it all adds to life's rich pattern. It's fine.
Now the bit of the gardens that, certainly the bit I'm painting, doesn't have a lot. It's just some shrubs up by the house. But the gardens are just beautiful, aren't they?
Yes, lovely. Yeah.
Absolutely stunning cottage gardens.
Yeah, cottage garden, sort of wild in a very organised sort of way. If
Yeah.
you know what we mean.
Probably not, but it doesn't matter. And we have all these beautiful gardens. And then here's the cottage, and we're going to go in. We're not allowed to film in the cottage, but we'll tell you all about it.
You know, they're obviously cared for. It's not weedy, but Prince Charles has this idea with his home at Highgrove, and his stock phrase for himself and the gardeners is "let it be." So
Yeah.
if it wants to grow there, leave it alone and let it do what it wants to do, what
Yep.
nature says it needs to do. And it's not a bad way to garden, really.
If something has found its way to a point and found that it's a good location for it to grow, then yeah, no, I get the validity of that totally.
I think I would be completely honest though and say that with that particular ethos, he's got stuff growing knee-high in between the patio, the paving slabs and the patio.
No.
I don't think I could live with that, if I'm honest. I wouldn't like that. It's too wild.
We like chaos, but we like semi-organised chaos.
Yeah, I do actually, yeah.
I don't want neat and tidy, but I want to know where things
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. I'm going to give the impression of the string on the roof, even though it's not. all
Okay,
there.
yeah.
Because they usually do it in, yeah, there are, you can see it, in kind of crisscrosses.
Yes,
don't
where it hasn't fallen off. It's
Yeah.
in patterns. Yeah.
they? Right, so I'm going in dark on the windows then to be able to use your pens.
And if my
Oh
pens
my.
if my pens don't work, can we still be friends?
I don't know. Ask me later.
We're sat in a very sheltered spot, but if you're looking at some of the trees, the wind has definitely picked up out there.
Yes. It's funny, isn't it? Because it's not the beautiful day that we've been led to expect.
No.
Not really. Oh, somebody wants me.
He heard we were talking about him, didn't we? That was our Nick, I reckon.
Oh, it's one of those stupid got a message from my insurance company. Yeah, like as if.
Yes, I'm being prosecuted apparently again.
Are you?
Again.
What have you done now?
I don't know, but you're being prosecuted. Click this button. Follow this link to
I
find
don't
out all
think
about
so.
it. Yeah, all right. I'll wait for the letter to arrive on the
Do
doorstep.
I look like I came down in the last shower?
Yeah. Oops.
It smells pretty.
I still don't think there's enough contrast and oomph. I'm feeling oomphless.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but that's because we're sitting here, and it's become very dull.
Not the scene, the weather.
Yeah. So I feel that I don't have any real contrast to work with.
Yeah. I'm going to make some oomph up because I want oomph.
Garden's suddenly gone quiet again, so is that because the coaches have disappeared?
I think the coach party just left, yes.
Poor souls don't get long, do they?
No. Mind you, we've got to do everything that they did and paint a painting.
Yes. Yeah, but we're Wonder Women in disguise, aren't we?
Not in disguise, we're just Wonder Women. I love the fact that you got an orange food pen. Am I surprised? No.
I had to wait because they didn't have them available until February. So I had to be a very patient bunny and just wait until they were available.
Got foliage landing on my painting now. Can I tell you a secret?
Go on.
I've missed out a window. If I won't tell anybody, will you tell anybody?
I won't tell you.
Shh, it's a secret. Now you spotted something up on this chimney up here, didn't you? And it says IH1697. We need to ask a question about that. And if you can't see where my missing window is, then that's all right. Nobody need know.
I shouldn't give it a second thought today. Because unless our viewers are going to come and stand here and look to make sure that we've done it right,
They'll never know. And Ann Hathaway isn't around to tell me off.
no,
Nor is Mr. William.
I don't think she'd mind it.
Mr. Will. Do you have any quink or anything like that at home?
Yes, I've got the quink that I bought for that.
Yeah.
Is that any good?
Yeah, I just need to refill the cartridge. I usually use... I've got a syringe at home that I use for it, so it depends whether we can actually get it in. If not, I'll just have to borrow yours if I need it in the next 24 hours.
I've got a plunger on mine.
Yeah, no, mine had a cart. I thought I'd ordered the one with a plunger, and then when it arrived, and I just thought, you know what, I can't send it.
No. I want it, and I want it now.
Yes, I'm too impatient. I think I'm going to leave that, just about.
You happy with it, don't you, Dawn?
Well, I don't know if I'm happy with it. As is our want. And I have to tell you, this other one, if I do find it, took a lot longer than this. This other painting I did of this.
So how long did you reckon you must have sat here working on that one?
I didn't do it here, I just took photographs.
You took it. Oh, okay.
I was only a teenager, I wasn't really into my
Yeah,
plein air at
fair
that
enough.
stage.